Well, it has not been the happiest week in the history of New York sports. But guess what, Jet fans? We still get another game on Thursday night. It is Wednesday night, and we are live. Let's get after it. And welcome everybody to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm WatchUK99, your party host, and welcome everybody to the Wednesday Night Live Extravaganza. And I am happy to be here, and I'm happy I'm not at MetLife Stadium. I know a lot of people will be there tomorrow night for Halloween. I'm sure the most popular costume will be an empty chair, but it will be Jets Texans tomorrow. We will talk about that. And I'm going to you might be wondering, why am I calling this particular episode A State of Ambivalence? Well, hang on and you will find out what is on my mind. I do need to give you one disclaimer on tonight's show, though. StreamYard is being a pain in the ass when it comes to the technology right now. So the slides that I pretty much always have, I have them. They are ready to go. It's just going to look a little bit different than what you might be accustomed to if you've been with me before. I'm going to do sort of a share screen. I could not bring the slides into StreamYard itself. So we're going to do the slides. I hope it looks okay. I'll have to play with it back and forth a little bit, clicking here, clicking there. But, by the end of the show, I'm sure we'll get a good rhythm down. All right, a couple of quick hellos here. Tony, Alexia, welcome all herding fans. We are that. Tony, I'm glad you're here. And the great Dano, he and I have been getting clowned on some guy on Twitter who has like 34 followers or whatever. I guess because we didn't kill Joe Douglas, he put red noses on us. But we don't care. That's all good. So, dying for more rebuild talk, dude. Dane, I'm going to talk about the whole rebuild thing, because let's be honest. We got another 10 months to talk rebuild until the next season begins. The pain never ends. All right, so we'll get into that in a little while, but let's talk about what's on my mind in a little bit of what we like to call 3 and out. There we go. See, this is what I was talking about. It's going to look a little bit different tonight, and hopefully it gets better next time. Grandizer, oh my goodness. I don't know about the Master of Darkness. No. I'm trying to avoid him as best I can. Lord of all evil things. Yeah, of the New England Patriots. Yeah, Bill Belichick himself. Welcome to New York Sports WickerMedia. Grandizer, I'm glad you're here. Well, this has been a lousy freaking week if you are a New York sports fan. On Monday, New York became the first metropolitan area to lose a game on the same day in baseball, Major League Soccer, the NBA, and the NFL. The only thing that was spared was hockey, and of course the Rangers and Islanders took care of that on Tuesday night. They both lost as well. So this is not a very good time for New York sports, and everything was looking so good just like a month ago. All right, so let's get into a couple of topics here. The New York Yankees, they are down 3-1 in the World Series. Game 5 will be tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. I said after the Yankees won the AL pennant that they won the JV championship. I was never knocking the Yankees when I said that. What I was saying was they never had real competition. They had to take out Kansas City and Cleveland. Okay, and I knew once they faced Los Angeles, they would be in for a very difficult match. Now, credit to them. They stayed alive last night. Anthony Volpe hit the grand slam. That's all well and good. But the few advantages the Yankees were supposed to have coming into the series, we haven't really seen it. The starting rotation, for instance. The Dodgers have 5 starters, who are out right now. But Clark Schmidt, Carlos Rodon, neither can make it into the 4th inning. Luis Gil at least made it through the 4th. But the Yankees had to use their best relievers to get through that game and stay alive. You can't keep going back to the well time after time. I would like to point out, though, Jake Cousins, Yankees reliever. I did not know this till yesterday. He and I went to the same high school in suburban Chicago, Wheaton Academy in West Chicago, where Watsu K99, that's where the name comes from. He and I are high school teammates. So he's the first player from my high school ever to appear in the World Series, which makes sense because our baseball team, and I was on it, we were not exactly known for winning championships. All right, but tonight will be Jack Flaherty against Garrett Cole. Let's see what happens. As far as the Knicks go, tough loss on Monday, 110-104. They are 1-2. They lost to Cleveland, who is 4-0. Darius Garland, 34 points, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Knicks had a well-rounded effort. 6 players that scored in double figures. Very competitive game. I need a little more from Karl Anthony Towns, who went to the other high school I used to go to. It's weird how this stuff works, but he had 13 points, 10 rebounds before fouling out. Jalen Brunson didn't have a good game. 0 for 4 from 3, 8 for 24 from the field, 21 points, 7 assists. Knicks are at Miami tonight, as a matter of fact. They're in Florida tonight, home of the brand new Dwayne Wade statue. Have you guys seen this thing? This freaking Halloween gargoyle-looking statue? Have you seen what's going on here? Look at it. Look at this thing. Look at this statue. Are you kidding me? He's like, like he's about to vomit. Charles Barkley said it well. They had to put all the stats behind him because otherwise you'd never know who the hell it was. Oh, my. What a brutal statue this is. Shit, I'm going to take myself out of it. That is brutal. That is just brutal. And again, guys, apologize. The slides are going to look a little bit different than normal tonight for anybody who may just be joining. StreamYard not taking the slides in, so I got to put all the slides on a separate tab, and I'm going to present them the best way that I can. All right, I don't want to look at Dwayne Wade or whatever the hell this is anymore. Oh my gosh. Back to 3 and out. Quick note, let's talk for a minute about this Giants game, and then we'll get into the Jets. We'll do the Giants real quick. Then I'll say hello to a few people in the chat. I thought the Giants overachieved for most of Monday night, but they screwed up the finer details, and it cost them. And to me, that comes down to coaching. That's why Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. The defense, they were getting gashed most of the night by Pittsburgh. We know what that's like, especially in the run game. But they stayed in the game. They were holding Pittsburgh to field goals. But these ridiculous plays, Calvin Austin with the 73-yard punt return for a touchdown that broke a 9-9 tie. Malik Neighbors getting called for illegal motion that wiped out a Daniel Jones touchdown pass to Chris Manhertz, whoever he may be. But still, the Giants had the ball in Pittsburgh territory twice in the final 3 minutes, down 8 points. Chance to tie the game, and they turned it over twice. Third down, T.J. Watt gets past Jermaine Illuminor, sacks Daniel Jones. On third down, how are you not double-teaming T.J. Watt? How are you not doing that? But Watt forces the fumble, recovers it. Giants get it back for one last gasp. They get to the Pittsburgh 45. Jones overthrows Devin Singletary straight to Beanie Bishop. 42 seconds left. Game over. Couple quick positives for the Giants. Offensive line did well. They limited the Pittsburgh pass rush. Tyrone Tracy he's just in his second year as a running back. Yeah, he's a rookie in the NFL. This is only the second year he's played the position, and he looks really good. 145 yards and a touchdown. But we got 2-6 football teams in New York. It is dead for yet another season. Once again, the NFL can't even get us to even past the World Series. I mean, it is frustrating. It is really, really frustrating. All right, couple quick hellos here in the chat as well. Tony, I want to answer Tony's question. Why, besides total dysfunction, did the Jets sign 2 kickers to the practice squad? And why is Zerline still here? I'm getting into the kicking game, I promise you, man. Johnny, how you doing, man? Hope you are doing fantastic. Keeping it good up north in South Virginia. Hey, ODU's looking pretty good, I noticed. Our Monarchs are doing great. The only way the Monarchs could be doing much better is if Kuntz was still on the team, right? Anytime you can mention a Kuntz, you got to do it, right? Scott Foster, there you go. There you go. Good to see you. I know, Dane, that statue sucked. The only one worse is the Ronaldo statue. Have you seen that one? Oh my gosh, he looks like a nerd out of the newsroom in that statue. It's just brutal. It is horrible indeed. Let's see. Harlan's like, we haven't seen Jets Mess in a long time. I hope Jets Mess is doing well. He was almost always first. No, Grandizer, I do not have that kind of time to Photoshop. No, that did not happen. That did not happen. Fitzpatrick, yeah, the Patriots fan is here. Yep, I understand you being shocked. Yeah, I am pretty much a gnome at this point. Yep. You'll want to hang around for the next few minutes. I'll give you a little recap. I'll give you your pound of flesh. I'll give it to you. Not that I talked any smack before the game. I know better than that. Where is Modine? This team may have beaten Modine to submission because with this team, this would be Modine's like prime right now. Who is it? Modine, Mr. Reality, those two guys. Those are like the kings of negativity. I mean, I could get negative, but man, oh man. Mo could be in a hot tub with like 10 supermodels and he complained that there weren't 11. But that's part of why we love him. All right, guys. All right, so we got to, let's see. So we got to get out of this. All right, now I've got to get into the recap. This is the way that we're going to be doing it tonight. All right, so recapping Game 8. Here we go, and let's pull that up. There we go. Let's make this, make that a little bit bigger. Again, hope everybody can see it, but thankfully there's not a lot of small words or anything like that. Yep, he's on IR, man. I'm getting to him in just a minute. Yeti, hey, good to see you, my friend. I'm glad that you're here. So recapping game number 8. So the reason why I call this episode a state of ambivalence. Ambivalence basically means having simultaneous conflicting reactions, beliefs, or feelings towards something, according to Mr. Webster's dictionary. Now, you guys know I have my format every week. We do this thing together. It's pretty consistent during the season. We do our 3 and out. We recap the game, go through the snap counts, the Jets news, talk about what's going on in the AFC East, do a little bit of a game preview. Then we do the trivia and we do the wheel. That's pretty much every single week. Right now, it's hard to do that. I have not recorded a video since Saturday. I have been beat, numb, taking about 3 shots of Crown Royal that night. Didn't really put me in much of a position to talk at the moment. We're not even yet to Halloween, and the season is basically 99% over as far as relevant games are concerned. Unless they can run the table, I'll give everybody a second to laugh. But there's just something in me because this is what we've been doing for years. By Halloween, sometimes even Columbus Day, we are already looking ahead. Hey, Harlan, how you doing? I'm glad you are here. Glad you made it. But I can't bear to look ahead and talk about go all the way into, who can they draft? Where are they going to pick? Coach search, GM search, basically begging Woody Johnson to sell the team. Maybe once they lose to Houston on Thursday, I'll feel a little bit differently. But I admit, I'm still going out Thursday to watch this team. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm still going to watch. I feel like it's sort of my responsibility to watch at this point. And the funny thing, now that nobody is expecting much from them, maybe they'll actually play well. I just don't have any confidence that they have the heart or desire to do that. But hey, Vegas, they always seem to know something. They're still favoring the Jets by 1. All right, so a couple things with this game. The Jets scored 20-plus points, committed 0 turnovers, and held the opponent to under 250 yards of offense. From 1940 until Sunday, teams were 756-0 when they hit those 3 metrics. 756 wins, 0 losses. Leave it to the Jets to make the 0 a 1. 3 timeouts gone in the first quarter. Delay of game on a 2-point conversion. Again, a team that just looks completely out of whack, completely unprepared, where you are getting the whole is so much less than the sum of the parts. It just doesn't make sense because I've been hearing, with the radio shows I do listen to, the podcasts I do listen to, you'll hear certain people, you probably know the people I'm talking about, saying, this guy's overrated. I wouldn't pay him a dime. This guy stinks. This guy stinks. This guy stinks. When so many players are underachieving, guys, to me, it's a collective problem. It's the coaching. I don't want to use I'm not a karma believer. You could call it culture if you want. But to me, it's up to the head coach to create that environment. Not Woody Johnson, not Joe Douglas, Not not anybody else in the front office. It's on the coach. There is no sport to me where the coach is more important than football. I don't think it's even close. So when you have this many players having down years, Quinn and Sauce, you could even say Garrett to an extent. Rodgers is beat up. That's pretty much what I would put on him. Tyron Smith, he's getting old. I think it's either age or it's just they have not been able to find something to bring this thing together. Like the Mets had about 50 things to bring it all together. OMG, Grimace, Seymour Wiener, we know the deal. The team meetings, all of that. But to me, this is on coaching. That is what this comes down to. All right, so let's go. There we go. All right, let's do our snap counts. Now, Aaron Rodgers, first of all, played all 62 snaps on offense. By the way, did you guys hear Aaron Rodgers found the fountain of youth? You all heard about that, right? He got apparently he's now drinking water and cayenne pepper. Did anybody hear about this? Well, I'll tell you what. I got my water. Let me take the background off for a second. Here, we got the water, and I got my organic cayenne pepper. So you know what, guys? I'm going to mix up a little concoction, and let's see how much younger I feel by the end of the show. All right, guys, so let's take the lid off. All right, just to show you, here it is. I'm not BSing you. There we go. Okay, you can sort of see it floating in there a little bit. There's the cayenne pepper. So we're going to take a swig of this and see what we wind up doing. All right, shake it up. There we go. Maybe I should try this. I got a 6.25-mile run on Sunday. Maybe I should drink some of this before I start running. Not bad, but to be honest, I could probably handle more cayenne pepper. I'll be honest with you. Not bad. I'm not going to say I found the fountain of youth, but I can't say that hurt. A little bit in the back there. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's organic cayenne pepper. All right, so let's get back to the snap cam. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Let's see if I can enlarge this for you a little bit. View, mode, viewing. All right, guys. Hopefully everybody can see that. That's about as good as I can. Do it. All right. So we had 62 snaps of 5 from last week. Aaron Rodgers played all 62. Breece Hall, Scott Foster. Make sure there's shitters along the route out of funnel. It's only 6.25 miles, guys. I'm going to be done in like 45, 50 minutes. I will not have to worry about that. Put it this way. I know what makes me react in certain ways. Water and cayenne pepper by itself, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Breece Hall, 46 snaps, down 1. Thought he ran the ball. He actually ran the ball very well in the first half. He was averaging 7-8 yards a run for most of the first half. I thought he looked much better. Braylon Allen got the time that I thought he should have. 19 snaps of 14 from last week. Isaiah Davis, 1 snap 2 weeks ago, nothing this past week. With wide receivers, Garrett Wilson played all but 1, played 61 snaps. I might have a slight hiccup. I have a slight hiccup. All right, here we go. Devontae Adams, 58 snaps, up 3 from the previous week. Alan Lazard, of course, did not play, so his 33 snaps were basically spread around. And Lazard also confirmed to not be playing tomorrow night against Houston. Mike Williams got back on the field, 36 snaps, up 17 from last week, and he had about as many targets as all of us in the chat combined did. 0. Malachi Corley got on the field. Thank you, Lord Almighty. 6 snaps. And from what I read, he actually got very good blocking grades. His run blocking supposedly was very good. So he didn't have any targets, but apparently he was pretty useful when he was on the field. Xavier Gibson got a little bit more time. Irv Charles got an extra snap. What do you freaking do? At tight end, what can you say about the tight end? Tyler Conklin, 50 snaps. Jeremy Rucker, 23, about his typical third of the game. Anthony Ferkser got 2 snaps after not playing last week. And with the offensive line, pretty straightforward, 62 snaps for everybody. There was one play where Oluf Fashanu reported eligible, and that was a pass play, not a running play. Strange, but that's the way that we chose to do this. All right, on to the defense. 67 snaps. Yeah, I've got to watch the chat on my phone here to keep track of everything. Let's see. Harlan put cayenne in something he cooked last week that he heard it was good for him, didn't taste good. Not all cayenne pepper is created alike. Like this one is a little bit more on the brown side. Yeah, it's more like brownish white, but some are red. It depends. You got to get the right cayenne. This one's a little bit different, but it's fine. And actually, what's the expiration on this? September 18th of, oh my God, 2022. Oh boy. I've had that cayenne pepper way too long. That might be the problem with it. Next time I make a batch of chili, I better make sure to get some new spices. All right. So on to the defensive line. Quinton Williams played 48 snaps, down 6 from last week. Michael Clemens only 37, down 14 from last week. His time was cut drastically. I can't say I'm complaining. Will McDonald played 41 snaps, down 4 from the previous week. Javon Kinlaw took a slight dip as well. Solomon Thomas got a little bit more time. And then you get to the youngins. Eric Watts got some time, 20 snaps, up 6 snaps. Leonard Taylor did not get much time, just 17 snaps. Braden McGregor got back on the field now that Tack McKinley has been cut. And Hassan Reddick is, I may have left Reddick off. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Lucky Fotu, 0 snaps because he was injured. He is out again this week again. Hassan Reddick, let me make sure here. All right. In any event, I'm not going to spend all day looking this up, but yeah. But Reddick did play a good portion of the game as well. Not that you would have really noticed him. He had just the one pressure, and that was about it. A couple other things here. Let's see. Billy. Hey, Billy. How you doing, buddy? The Jets will get back to 6-6 because without hope, they can't dash your hope. It seems about, if this team was trying, I would agree with you. If this team had desire, I would believe you. I just don't think they give a shit. That's as real as I could say it. Scott Foster, have chili before your run. Night before a run, it's always chicken and pasta. Always. And maybe a good amount of water and maybe half a glass of red wine, just a little bit of red wine, but very, very little. That's what I always do. And then the morning of, it'll be a peanut butter sandwich and a banana. And I do that about 2.5 to 3 hours before the race. And I've got a post-race meal in mind already. I think it's going to involve a 1-pound burger. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. With jalapeno bacon on it, mind you. All right. Linebacker, Jamian Sherwood, 65 snaps. Quincy Williams played the whole game, all 67. CJ Mosley, as we know, did not play, suffered a neck stinger in warmups. Sam Aguivalan played 1 snap, down 2 from last week. In the secondary, Sauce Gardner missed just 1 snap, played 66 snaps. DJ Reed, 66. Michael Carter played 37. Jets had all 3 of their top cornerbacks back in the lineup. And that's all they played. Jarek Bernard-Converse, Brandon Eccles did not get on the field. The Jets really don't play more than 3 cornerbacks if they don't have to. You very rarely see them go into a dime formation. But then again, against New England, a team that's not known really for throwing the ball, that could be different this week against Houston because, I think they are going to try to throw the ball a little bit more, even though they are missing their top 2 wideouts. And then at safety, Jalen Mills, again, love having him on the team. 67 snaps, Isaiah Oliver, 66. Tony Adams and Ashton Davis did not play. So a lot of changes from the Pittsburgh game to the New England game. All right, and I think that's it as far as that goes. All right, let's get out of there. All right, pull myself back up. There we go. Yeah, Harlan, let's see. Elvis used to like peanut butter and banana. Oh, yeah, but here's the difference. He probably have his deep fried, rest his soul. Gary does not approve of that meal. All right. Billy, the Jets could have the talent to run the table, but it required them to get their collective heads together. Likelihood 3 out of 10. Billy, I think you're actually being more optimistic than I am. It would not surprise me if they beat Houston. I'm not picking them to beat Houston. I will give you my bowl predictions and score prediction on this video. Not doing a separate video for this. We're going to do the whole preview tonight. I'm just going to knock it all out today. All right, so now let's see. So at this point, we're going to get into a little bit of the Jets news of the week. All right, so let's put that in viewing mode and pull this back up. That's right, Harlan. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yep, thank you very much for that. Let's see, how we doing on likes? Yeah, we got a dozen likes so far. Doing pretty well. All right. Guys, I will let you know with the wheel, I have made a few changes just to get things a little bit crazier right before Halloween. I did add, I will say this, we added a Jet who had not been on the wheel that you may have heard of. His name is John Abraham. He is on the wheel now, and I put in a few little stipulations on the wheel as well. That's going to make it a little bit more fun. Do you not know Gary's chicken doesn't go with pasta sauce? Scott, I got to be honest, I don't. But I am definitely a chicken and pasta guy, for sure. So, Tony, you know how this wins. They'll win enough games just to screw up the draft position. You know this. You know this team by now. You know what they're going to do. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of the news here and talk about what's going on over there. There we go. First of all, when this is how your offensive line is blocking, is it any wonder that you have problems? Because you can't tell me John Simpson, Joe Tibbin, and Jason Hansen, or Jake Hansen, whatever the hell his name is, are all this stupid. And I'm not sure if Breece Hall is looking to block or go out for a pass. It's no wonder Aaron Rodgers is getting hurt. Now, unless the guy that they're blocking is like Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, TJ Watt, and Deacon Jones all rolled into one, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Just that picture. It encapsulates the coaching and just how everything has gone wrong. You know what? I got to take another cayenne shot for that one. All right. Now let's talk about this kicking game. I'm sorry to have to do this, but as we know, they brought in 5 or 6 kickers. After Greg Zuerlein basically was making Kari Vedvik look like Justin Tucker in his prime. And ultimately, they signed 2 kickers to the practice squad. They signed Riley Patterson and Spencer Schrader. Now, you'll notice I've got Riley Patterson here in a Jaguars uni, and Spencer Schrader, he's in his Notre Dame uniform because I don't know if there's any evidence of him that he ever played in the NFL. Now, Schrader has. We'll get into that. So who are these kickers, both of whom are assigned to the practice squad, and one of whom will be our kicker on Thursday? Well, Patterson, last year kicked for the Lions and the Browns, made 16 of 18 field goals. For his career, he's 59 for 67, not too bad. But when you look at kicks over 40 yards away, he's only 19 for 25. So that's a little bit under 80%, or as the Jets would call that, a noticeable improvement. Okay, so once Brandon McManus was not available anymore, once Green Bay signed him, Patterson was really the guy that I was looking at them to go sign. So I'm glad they brought him in. I know they brought in Cade York, the former Brown and Washington Command-Skin, and a couple other guys that I don't think too many of us had ever heard of. Now, who's Spencer Schrader? Well, yeah, I thought he used to pitch for the Braves, but anyway, Schrader is an undrafted free agent from this year. He played in the Colts season opener and kicked 3 extra points. All were good. He has never, though, attempted an NFL field goal. And then in college in Notre Dame, in his senior year, he went only 15 for 22. Not very encouraging. He did not get drafted. Colts took him. And then when Matt Gay was ready to go for week 2, they basically kicked Spencer to the curb. So, and now the Jets have him on the practice squad. So let's see what winds up happening. All right. Dano, I'm glad we went with Patterson over Randy Bullock. I'll say that. I don't think Bullock was in there for a try. I don't think that was going to happen. I think Cade York has maybe the strongest leg, but the accuracy with him is just, it has not worked out at all. Not at all. We can like that. As far as Greg Zuerlein goes, well, he's on injured reserve as of noon today. Of course, the organization's going to say it's to let his left knee rest. Let's be real. The only reason they're doing this is because Zuerlein is getting over $4 million guaranteed on a 2-year contract. The Jets don't want to eat the money. And I can't blame them. I think it's a little bit ridiculous, though, to say that the Jets should have kept Austin Seabird after training camp after Zerline missed those 2 kicks in the preseason. You had given the guy a 2-year contract, and he'd been a very good kicker for you for 2 years. So to me, you can't do that. They'd signed the guy to a contract. It was what it was, and there was guaranteed money. Now, maybe they could have traded Siebert for maybe a 7th-round draft pick. Maybe. But at the end of the day, how excited is that really going to get you? So I know there's people who want to look to criticize the GM any chance they can. I can't do it over this. Just can't do that. All right. Outside of that, I'll get to the injuries in a moment. As far as actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this out for a moment. So with Davante Adams, so he has renegotiated his contract with the Jets as of today. Yeah, they were correct, but I don't think there were too many people saying it at the time, Scott. Were there? I don't remember too many people saying, "Oh, you got to cut Zerline, you got to trade Zerline." I don't recall Jets Twitter throwing that all over the internet. Not in my recollections. I'm sure there were 2 or 3 people, but it was not exactly a popular sentiment. So Adams, so his now renegotiated contract. So it has no changes after 2024. But here's what they have done. They've done a couple things. They converted $10.4 million of his remaining 2024 salary into a signing bonus. So Adams' cap hit for the rest of the year is just $3.2 million. Dane, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Subbed on 2 accounts, trying to get me to 1,000. We're getting there, guys. I'm still about 35 away. I hate to say it, but it's been plateauing for a little bit. But yeah, we'll get there one of these days. Yeah, we will get there, and then it's the race to 2,000. You know how it goes. Never enough. It's just one goal at a time. So then with the cash flow, so now from what I'm seeing for 2025, he now has $11.59 million guaranteed. Now, initially, the 25 and 2026, each of those years were going to be $36.25 million, none of it guaranteed. Now, those $36.25 million salaries have been pushed back to 2026 and 2027. Still not guaranteed, though. So now this pretty much confirms that Adams will be a Jet next season, making the $11.59 million. Excellent value. That's basically what Corey Davis was making. So that is not exactly what I would call bad. And, it's one of those times when you almost don't even want to look on social media because you'll just see the craziest takes. That cutting Aaron Rodgers would be the most sane thing the Jets would have done in a long time. Okay, if you believe in Tyrod Taylor is, Russell Wilson in his prime or Donovan McNabb in his prime. No, I am not. No, I didn't. We didn't trade for Aaron Rodgers to get a complete non-year and a year completely ruined by injuries. Rodgers is going to keep going until he either can't or the Jets have a successful season. That is my opinion on that. All right, guys, I am going to do something that I did not want to do tonight. I really didn't know where the content was going to go tonight up until maybe a couple of hours ago. And I was debating in my mind, should I do this on the show tonight? Should we not do this tonight? At the end of it, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I am going to get out of that slide and I am going to do something. I'm going to say a word that we as Jets fans have learned to absolutely dread. It starts with a T. And it looks like this. That's right. I'm pulling up Tankathon for just end the season. That's right. We are looking at the Tankathon standings already just to see where we are and where other teams are around us. Not saying it's over yet, everything is over yet, but, I feel like we should at least take stock. Thanks, Scott. All you said was those people are idiots, and they're trying to get me to hide that. Dane on some accounts. Oh gosh, yep. I'm gonna go through it really quick just to take where we are. No to Tankathon. All right, guys, if you don't want me to do the Tankathon, okay, because I'm like, I'll get off the Tankathon if it's that offensive. But all right. So Carolina's 1-7, Tennessee is 1-6. Those are the only 2 teams with a worse record than the Jets. How the F is that possible? And remember, the tiebreaker is strength of schedule. So the lower your strength of schedule, the easier your schedule, the better your draft position. That's why New England is still ahead of us. Their schedule has been that much worse. Next to that, I've got the remaining strength of schedule. So the lower the number, basically the closer it is to 1, the harder the schedule is. So the Jets have a 478 remaining strength of schedule, 20th. So that's a little bit less than average. The Patriots one's a little bit harder. It's 15th. So it could get pretty close. But you got New England, the Jets, Jacksonville, and New Orleans all at 2-6. I'm going to click ahead to the next, and I'll come back. You can see New Orleans, by the way, has a very easy schedule, only 29th. And I got to think the Saints got a few more wins in them at some point. All right, especially once Derek Carr comes back. After that, you've got the Raiders, the Browns, and the Giants at 2-6, all with harder schedules, though. But think about it. From spots 3 to 9, there are 7 teams at 2-6. That sucks. But Cleveland's got a brutal schedule, so if they finish tied with the Jets, you got to figure the Jets will finish ahead. Miami 2-5. I don't think anybody thinks Miami is going to be this bad the rest of the year. Now that they've got Tua back, you got to figure they're going to put some points up at some point. Plus, their remaining strength of schedule is only 27, not too high. Cincinnati 3-5, the Rams 3-4, Dallas 3-4. Those 3-win teams, I don't think we'll be paying too much attention to them. You know, the Bengals are getting better and better. The Rams, they got their offense back, and they had a great win last week. Dallas, you know, for as much as they've struggled, they do have a hard schedule. I don't see Dallas exactly, settling at 4 to 5 wins. So right now, if I had to put a guess on this, I would definitely think the Jets finish in the top 10. But as far as where they go, I can't imagine that Carolina wins enough games to pass them. But really, if you look at the strength of schedule, it's really the Patriots and the Dolphins. 430. Miami has a 433 strength of schedule right now, and it's only getting worse. Okay, so whoever Miami finishes with, they will finish way ahead in the draft standings. So if you got Miami tied with a couple teams, Miami is going to finish towards the top. That's my whole point. So basically, it's not bad if Miami wins a few games and is like really, really mediocre and misses the playoffs. That's basically what I'm saying. But yeah, Miami at 433, the Patriots at 454. Our opponents have hideous schedules going forward. That's really the whole point, or right now. Okay, so yeah, this is depressing me. I can't look at this anymore. I don't want to look at this either, but chances are we'll come back to it next week anyway. All right, so let's pull that. All right, we'll go there next. Okay. Tony Alexio, the coaching staff tanks naturally, very organic. Yeah, I mean, again, has anybody ever seen all 3 timeouts used in the first quarter? I mean, here's the thing. The Jets were in the game for a while. They completely outplayed New England in the second quarter. I don't think there's any disputing that. They outgained them like 102 to 6 yards in the second quarter. They dominated them. But when the third quarter began, I'm like, okay, we're ahead, but we better score and just take them right out of their misery. Didn't do it. And then the Patriots had that big punt return, and right at that point, I was like, this is going to be a fight all the way to the end. And yeah. I can't even get all that angry anymore, guys. I just feel beaten. I feel absolutely beaten because I let myself get excited. It's like, if this group isn't going to make it, what Jets team is going to do it? What team is going to make us proud again? That's what scares me. I really don't know. I really don't know. But 55 years, no Super Bowl appearance. About to be 14 years, no playoffs. One winning record in 15 years? 14, 15 years? It's unbelievable. All right. All right. So let's look ahead to the Houston game. I'm going to say a couple things about that. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so let's look at the DVOA for both teams, where they are. Jets ranked 20th on offense, no change from last week. The defense ranked 20th as well, actually up a spot from last week. The special teams continue to plummet, down 3 all the way to 31. Thank you very much, Greg Zuerlein, and also the punt coverage, which I think has actually been a pretty good aspect of the team, except for that one return against New England. Jets still ranked 25th overall in the league in DVOA, no change from last week. I could still Holy crap. I can still taste the cayenne. It's not that it's hot. It just goes right to your throat. It's like super earthy. As far as the Houston Texans go, well, they are 19th in offense, so just one spot better than the Jets. It's their defense. They are ranked second on defensive DVOA, and we're going to talk about that more in a little bit. Special teams ranked 9th. Overall, they are ranked 7th in the NFL, same spot they were at last week. Now let's get to know our opponents here. Oh, boy. Weren't these the days when Bryce Huff was still here? Memories. All right, so 5 things to know about the Houston Texans. Well, oh, man. I don't know how many of you were there when I was doing the show with Jeremy. I ate all those hot dogs in one night. I took down like 15 or 16 hot dogs in one night. Yeah, this is nowhere near that kind of pain, but it is definitely doing the show with a little bit of adversity. So, Grandizer, you're not exactly breaking any ground there. The Bills are 4 games up on any team in the division right now. So, yeah, they're doing pretty well. But the Texans have some offensive line issues. Kenyon Green, their left guard, last Sunday allowed 7 pressures and a sack. All right. Now, the Texans have some good offensive linemen. Shaq Mason, Juice Scruggs, Sterling Lermy Tunsil at left tackle. But at left guard with Kenyon Green, they are very vulnerable. And they brought in Jared Patterson. If remember, we have our friend Rusty Spooner, big Jared Patterson fan. He came in to basically give Green a blow, and Patterson almost immediately suffered a concussion. He's out for the game. So Green will be playing at left guard. So whoever's lined up across from him will have an opportunity to get some pressure on C.J. Stroud. Number 2, no Nico Collins, no Stephon Diggs. Diggs out for the year with a torn ACL. Collins will be out at least another week with a hamstring injury. So their top receiving targets will be Tank Dell, who, by the way, did not play against the Jets last year. Dalton Schultz, Xavier Hutchinson, who I wanted the Jets to draft. Maybe even Robert Woods might even get in this game. John Mechie, I don't know if he's going to have much of a role. So it's a situation where the passing game will be limited. But that takes us to number 3, Joe Mixon. Man, oh man, he has found the fountain of youth in Houston. He's been drinking the water in the cayenne pepper. Forget Aaron Rodgers. I think Joe Mixon's guzzling some water in cayenne. You know what I'm talking about? He is one of 3 running backs in the league averaging 100 or more rushing yards per game. The only other 2 are Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and he's averaging over 120 yards from scrimmage per game. So the first thing the Jets have to do is contain Joe Mixon, or contain the running game. I'm going to include C.J. Stroud in there as well. Grandizer, come on, Adam. If we don't break ground here, it may never get broken. Billy SBC, Rogers, Adams, Wilson, Williams, Conklin, Hall, Braylon. The Jets should blow the Texans off the field with that talent. No excuses. Can they block? Can they block? And you know what, Billy? Awesome job. You know why? Because you allowed me to make this a very smooth transition. I was going to say this for number 5, but I'm going to bring it up to number 4 right now. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. They have a combined 13 sacks. That is the second most among teammates in the NFL. The only other set of teammates with more sacks, Dexter Lawrence and Azeez Ojulari for the New York Giants with 15. And we know how the tackles, particularly Tyron Smith, have struggled at pass blocking. Morgan Moses did a very, very good job on T.J. Watt in the Pittsburgh game. You know, Aaron Rodgers wasn't pressured all that much. But again, Tyron Smith, you got to be worried about him. And it's at the point where, when are you going to give Olu Fashanu a chance to play? So you have to be worried about that. If the tackles can contain these pass rushers for a good, I don't know, 4 seconds, something like that, yeah, the Jets offense can do some things. Harlan's right. Can they block? No. John Simpson, he can block. Joe Timmon, he blocked pretty well. Jake Hansen, not ideal, but that's who you have to go with. But if we go, that goes back to the slide that I showed you all earlier. When you had all 3 interior offensive linemen blocking one freaking Patriots defender. What are we doing here, Keith Carter? I want to stop right there because I don't want to yell. I really don't want to yell tonight. Plus, I don't know how well I can yell because I got cayenne throat going on right now. Yeah, let's just let's bring the pain again. Oh yeah. All right, and thing number 5 to know about Houston, their defense is ranked number 2 in the league in yards allowed per game at 280. They're 3rd in total sacks with 27. They're 7th in passing yards allowed, 8th in takeaways, and they're 15th in rushing yards allowed. This is a good Houston defense. We have to be able to block. All right, you cannot overlook this Houston defense. It is good. It is quite good. All right, now a couple of things with the injuries, and I'll get to the bowl predictions right after that. So as far as those for Houston, I told you Jared Patterson is out. Damian Pierce, their backup running back, is out. Aziz Al-Shair, the linebacker, and Jimmy Ward, the safety, will all miss this game. As far as the Jets, several players have been confirmed out. Elijah Vera Tucker and several defenders. C.J. Mosley, also Alan Lazard will not play in this game either. Tony Adams, Ashton Davis, Lecky Fotu, all will be out tomorrow night, on Thursday, I should say. And then questionable for the game, we've got Morgan Moses, Kenny Aboa, and Michael Carter II. He's listed as questionable for this game. Personally, I'm looking forward to seeing Kenny Aboa back because God knows this tight end room could use an upgrade. It really could. Now, I don't know if there's any new issue with Moses, if his leg is still giving him issues. I thought he looked good the last 2 weeks. But we will see what winds up happening. All right, now let's get into the bowl predictions. Now, you guys know I do a separate video for the bowl predictions every week, but I am going to do that right now, and I'm going to do my score prediction as well. And you know what? Right after that, what the heck? Let's just get right into it. We'll just go ahead and do the trivia. And how are we doing on likes tonight? Yep, great job, guys. Thank you very much. You have given me enough likes tonight, so we will spin the wheel. I'm going to do for Halloween, we're going to do the 100 wheel again in a little bit. Then the next time we'll do the running backs and the coaches. It's just that I think I kind of want to unveil the updates to the wheel that we have made. All right. So I'll give you 5 bold predictions for this game. I'm going to say number 1, Tyrod Taylor gets in this game. The fact that Houston ranks 3rd in sacks, 8th in pressure rate over the first 8 games scares me. Houston blitzes 28% of the time. That's 8th highest in the NFL, and the Jets have not proven that they can handle that. And then you add 2 dynamic pass rushers like Hunter and Anderson. It scares me. Prediction number 2. I'm going to say the Jets, this I've been thinking about, will have at least one drive start midfield or further down. Whether that's a turnover, whether that's special teams. The Jets have had a lot of issues, it seems like, with their field position. Seems so often they're starting in between the, if they're not starting at the 30 off a kickoff, the punts, they're always starting like in the 10 to 20 yard line area. Maybe that's me, but it really feels that way. I'm going to say there's some big play, whether it's a takeaway, whether it's a kick return, a punt return, and the Jets will start at least one drive in Houston territory. So there you go. Positive. 3, Houston will run on at least 75% of their offensive plays. Joe Mixon averaging 4.9 yards per carry, and I told you 123 scrimmage yards per game, and you can't forget that C.J. Stroud can run as well. So I think that they are going to really challenge the Jets' run defense in this game, especially no Fotu, no Mosley. I think that's what they should do. Prediction number 4, Hassan Reddick gets 1.5 sacks. C.J. Stroud has been sacked the 3rd most times in the NFL. 22 times he has been sacked. I think after having a very quiet game, the Jets will do that, and they will get some pressure. And I think it's going to be Reddick, and he gets 1.5 sacks in this game. And prediction number 5, this is going to be the most shocking one you have. The most shocking prediction. The Jets will kick at least 2 field goals in this game. 2 field goals. Who knew was allowed? Yep. I think it's going to be Riley Patterson, first of all, and I think he's going to make multiple field goals in this game. Oh, Harlan, don't think the Jets got too many takeaways this season? I can look that up for you right now. So with takeaways, if we look at that, Green Bay has the most with 19. Tennessee has only 3 takeaways. That is horrible. The Jets have 6. So the only teams worse than the Jets at takeaways are Cleveland, Dallas, Miami, Jacksonville, the Raiders, Philadelphia, and Tennessee. I'm surprised. Tennessee, or Philadelphia has only 4 takeaways. That's pretty surprising. I definitely would have thought they'd have had more than that. But yeah, the Jets are definitely towards the bottom in takeaways. No question about it. And yeah, that is very, very different. Wow. All right, so I'm going to say 2 field goals for the Jets. As far as a score prediction goes, let's take this out. We'll pull this up next. When you have a Thursday night game and you're the home team, that tends to give you a bit of an advantage. And I am surprised that Vegas has the Jets favored to win this game. I don't know if they're just basing this off talent or basing it off Houston's injuries or the fact that Houston maybe hasn't quite clicked the way most people would have expected. But still, your coaching match is the Miko Ryans against Jeff Ulbrich. So I don't think it's a game where the Jets get their doors blown off. But until I see the Jets come together and actually have a game where they don't have to take a timeout over a delay of game, when they aren't taking 8 to 10 stupid penalties a game, it's hard for me to pick them at any point. So in this game, I'm going to say that Houston wins. I'm going to give them the win by a score of 29-20. I think that Fairbairn is going to kick a ton of field goals, 4 to 5 field goals in this game. I think the Jets will score, but it'll be a bend, don't break kind of game for the Jets, where Houston will move the ball, but the Jets will keep them out of the end zone for the most part. So that is what I'm thinking as far as that goes. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what. It is now 6:51 as we are speaking right now, and yeah, thanks for hanging out with me on Wednesday night. Definitely appreciate it. All right, I think it is time to do a tradition that we have all come to know and love here on the New York Sports WickerMedia channel. You know what happens every week. I bust open the books. I pull up the websites. I go into the Encyclopedia Britannica, and I challenge you, the most loyal fans of the most loyal freaking fan base in all of the NFL, just how much do you know about your New York football, woebegone, godforsaken Jets? So if you are ready, guys, it's that time. Let's play Jets Trivia. All right. Harlan, just get 8 penalties. It's not so bad. Usually they get 10 or more. Pretty much. And those are just the ones that count. Never mind the declined ones or the offsetting ones. Billy being positive, 27-20 Jets. You know what? When I do my picks, I'll do my confidence picks probably Thursday night. I think what I'm going to do is after I come home from work, run for a little bit, my last run before the race, just a brief run, like a 30-minute run. Come home, do the video, have some dinner, and then go out and watch the game because I don't have Amazon Prime. Plus, I found a place that has what is it? They got a pretty good special going on. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, they got a $8 Casamigos. $8 for the Reposado and $9 for the Añejo. So I might have a few margaritas tomorrow night. It'd be pretty good. I do like me some Casamigos. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Harlan, yep, that's right. It's trivia time. Jets mess, where are you? It's not this, or Hank. Hank always seems to say it too, but not the case. All right, so guys, here's the deal. For the season, you are 5 up and 3 down in this regular season. So you're doing very, very, you're over 500. Now, this week, we're going to have a Jets-Texans trivia question. You know the rules. I'm going to put 5 minutes up on the clock. I will be tracking it. And you all got to put your answers down there in the chat. Greg Rallo says, no volume. Guys, is anybody else having problems? I haven't seen, everybody else has been here. I haven't seen any volume issues. Yeah, I think let's see, turn the noise cancel off. Guys, wait a second. Everybody good? Can anybody hear me? Or David, you're good? Okay. I'm going to see if everybody else is good. Greg, turn off the mute button or turn the dial on. Not to give you a hard time, but sorry, Greg. I think this is on your system, brother. Okay, so here is. So let's see. Let me get the trivia slide up. Thanks for being understanding tonight, because this was not the this is not the way we usually do the slides, but this is just the way that it had to be done this evening. There we go. All right, tonight's question goes like this. Name the only Pro Football Hall of Famer to play for both the Jets and the Texans. You are on the clock. There we go. So the only that's what I want. Okay. Name the only Pro Football Hall of Famer. Yep, Dane, you guys are 5-3. 5-3. There's only one Hall of Famer played for both the Jets and Texans. Again, can't be looking it up. Use your wealth of Jets knowledge. While we're doing that, I'm going to get the get the wheel set up. We'll see how the wheel looks on the screen. It's probably going to look pretty small, so some of you guys may have to use a zoom to really see it, but I will go full screen. Actually, I think I'll probably just do the presenting. I think I can do this. Yeah, we can make it work. David D goes with Kevin Mawai. Is it Kevin Mawai? I'm afraid not. He played with the Titans after he left. So he played with Seattle, the Jets, and Tennessee. Not a bad guess. David D says Lee Cravette. Is it Lee Cravette? I appreciate the attempt. Okay. Dana O says, is it a linebacker? No, we're only a minute and a half in. I'm not giving you any clues just yet. But absolutely an all-time great at his position. No question about it. Be right back. We got a minor spill there with the water. All right, we're good. Okay. 2 minutes 30 seconds gone already. All right, we get to the 2 minute mark. I'll give you a clue. Tony Alexio says Antonio Cromartie. No, Cromartie not a Hall of Famer, and I don't believe he ever played for Houston. Not to my memory, anyway. Greg Varallo. Oh, Dano is can't hear upper and lowercase, right? Yeah. I still got plenty of ammo left in here. I still got plenty of. Okay, he was a defensive player. Played defense. Played it amazingly well, obviously. Crunchy audio. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see. Let me reposition the microphone. I know. Yeah, there wasn't any water that hit the microphone. I know that. Yeah, but if the audio is still bad, we'll do the trivia and we'll get out of here. I don't want to give you guys crappy audio quality. Audio is static. All right, give me a minute. All right, let's try that. Is this any better? Yeah, just switch the microphone. I just switched microphones. Is this any better? I'm not sure what caused it. The timing was then. Sorry about this, guys. Shit. All right, I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick. Yeah, I have to do a quick. All right, guys, coming back. One second here. Okay, let's try that. And got the microphone. Everything should be okay. Still not any better? Yeah, I'll wait to see what you guys have to say. I'm watching the chat right now. Yeah. Hello. No static. Yeah, all right. None of the water hit the computer. That's what's so screwed up. Everything is still. All right, guys. I'm just going to give the answer to the trivia question. I think Sharon McClain came in late and got it right. But yep, she was exactly right. Ed Reed is the correct answer. Ed Reed played for the Ravens, then he went to the Jets, but he did finish his career in Houston. So, all right. Audio is still choppy and garbled. I'm going to try one last thing here. All right, I'm switching to the camera microphone. Is this any better, guys? Yeah, Ed Reed. All right. Test. Is this any better? You are locked in on New York Sports WickerMedia. Yeah, Greg, you probably did. Shoot. All right. Yeah. I unplugged the mic, put it back in. It is better? Okay. Yeah, guys, if you give me the okay, then it's a little better, but I still got static. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do. I mean, yeah, a little water came out, but no water hit the computer, so it's fine. I've used 2 different microphones. Check. How about that one? All right, I'm trying one more microphone. Yeah, we'll try this. We'll try this last one. It may be StreamYard. I'm actually doing this in Microsoft Edge. I usually do it in whatchamacallit, another browser, not Firefox, because I can play the sound better. So I usually don't do it this way. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to try one last thing. I'm going to kick myself out of here. Guys, going to be about 15, 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, let's put the virtual background on there since it's getting dark out there. All right, guys, how does this sound? Is this any better? There we go. Let's mute that. We're good now? Hey, there we go. My velvety tones coming through over the airwaves. All right, beautiful. Okay, guys, I think we are good to go. So I think let's go ahead and do the wheel. First of all, thank you for the likes, for the thumbs up, for subscribing and sharing. I got you, Dane. I got you, brother. Okay, I am no gunny. All right, so guys, we are going to spin the wheel tonight. And to be honest, guys, I think we all could use the wheel after what we dealt with on Sunday and what we may be dealing with tomorrow. I think we need something to smile about a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. So I've got to pull that wheel up, share the screen. Looks like they're going to make it easy tonight. Yay! There we go. Nice and easy. Okay. Guys, you all know the rules. Girls, you know the rules as well. we are going to spin this wheel 10 times. Now, on this wheel, we have a list of all-time New York Jets. We've got the Ring of Honor to the Ring of Hell, the entire range from Joe Namath to Browning Nagel, from Joe Klecko to Vernon Golston. They're all here. All your favorites and least favorites are here as well. But tonight, for Halloween and going forward, we have added a couple of new stipulations to this wheel. There are a couple of spaces that are going to make us go certain directions on the wheel, and I'm not, if you look around, you'll be able to see them. But we will get to that bridge as it cross that bridge when we get there. So we're going to spin the wheel 10 times, get 10 names, rank them as we go from 1 all the way down to 10, and the goal is to have a wheel or a list from best Jet to worst Jet. And of course, before every pick, all of you guys, you get to put your pick down in there. And if we land on the player that you pick, you alone get to decide where that player is going to end up on our list. I will keep track, and we will go from there. One bite, then a score. There we go. All right, guys. So we're going to do our first spin for the night. So everybody, put it right down there in the chat. Who do you think we are going to land on? I'm going to say we land on Nick Folk. Why? Because kickers are all over the news for the New York Jets. So I think we got to land on a kicker tonight. More cayenne pepper water. Oh, my gosh. And I still got I have almost half the bottle left to go. God dang. Dane, you're going to have to hang around, and you'll have to wait. When we land on there, I'll explain. But Dane's already asking questions. I'm excited. Harlan and Tony, they got the right idea. John Hall and Pat Leahy. Okay. Sharon's going with Freeman McNeil. Very good. Oh, I love it. I can't. I'm not going to get political here, but nice. Good move in Wisconsin. That's all I'm going to say. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Any news coming out? No, not really. Holy crap. Dano actually did subscribe finally. Dane, I've been subscribed to you forever. Okay. Dane is going to pick the same player the entire time, and that guy is the Jets' next head coach. Who's that, Aaron Glenn? Dane, I'm going to guess that you're going with Aaron Glenn the entire time. On your second account. Okay, I got it. Okay, guys, let's do that first spin in 3, 2, 1. That's right. It was Freeman. It was Aaron Glenn. I know what's up. And we come to a stop on Keyshawn Johnson. All right, that's a pretty good way to start. Number 19, the only number 1 overall pick the Jets have had since the AFL-NFL merger, was here, I believe, 4 years before he was traded to Tampa Bay for a couple of first-round draft choices. And I think we landed on him not that long ago. I think it was last week or the week prior, right? All right, guys. Well, Keyshawn Johnson, we can put him anywhere on this list that we want. Keep in mind, though, we usually tend to have to fill some of the top spots late in the process. All right, I see a 3, I see a 7, and I see a 3. Well, okay then. Yeah, for me, it's like I would go right around the middle, but upper middle, like right around the 4-5 range. I think that's kind of what I would do. So you guys going with the 3s? Okay. Harlan a little bit tougher. Sharon goes with a 4. Yeah, it looks like we're right in the 3 to 4 range. Guys, let your voices be heard. If you haven't voted, your vote actually matters. Dane, I don't know. Yeah, I'd do 4 because I would do 4 because we've had, we haven't had the best spins for the most part. Yeah, I think the 3s are going to pretty much rule this one. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds. If anybody else wants to get a vote in that hasn't yet, I'll give you a chance. I can still taste the cayenne, by the way. I will not be drinking that before the run on Sunday. I can assure you. Okay, I'm going to go with the 3. Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson, number 3. Okay, that's our first pick. All right, spin number 2. I don't know, number 2. I'm going to say now we're going to get a Jet who's even better. I'm going to say we had Keyshawn. I'm going to say we get Wayne Corbett. Why not get his teammate next? Hey, Harlan, what do you want from me? I don't know. All good. I'm going to say we get Wayne Corbett with our second spin. All right, chat, put down your picks for our next stop on the wheel. All right, Harlan goes with Klecko. And yeah, Dane's keeping Aaron Glenn the entire time. Yep, I knew that. I got you. Sharon goes with Mickey Schuler. You could tell Sharon's been a fan for a long time. She always goes back just a few extra years. I like it. That's awesome. Tony goes with Braylon Edwards. Okay, here we go. Spin number 2 in 3, 2, 1. And it's coming to a stop on Richie Anderson. Oh, we were one spot away from Mickey Schuler. Very close, Sharon. Very, very close. Richie Anderson, fullback, was with the Jets for a lot of years. I think 10, 11 years. He was here a long time and scored that first touchdown from Chad Pennington in that playoff game against the Colts. Last time, as we all know, the Jets hosted a playoff game. 22 long, agonizing years ago. Richie Anderson. So not a flashy Jet, not the most well-known Jet, but a good, steady Jet for a good period of time. Guys, where are we going to put number 20 on our list? I see Tony Alexio is going to go with a 5. Okay. I think I'd go about there, 5 or 6. I think that's a pretty reasonable spot. Just straight in the middle for Richie Anderson. I think that's a good spot. Sharon's going to go with the 6. Okay. And okay, it looks like the 6s are pulling ahead here. 5's making a late comeback. I don't want to have to be the one to break the tie, but I may have to. All right, I'm going to say, I'm going to go for the, oh boy. I got a feeling we're going to get 5 Jets worse than Richie Anderson on this wheel. Okay. I'm going to say we're going to put Richie Anderson in spot number 5. At some point we're getting a string of like lousy Jets in a row. So I'm gonna make it a 5. All right. That's 2 spins down. We've filled spot 3. We've filled spot 5. On to spin number 3, I'm gonna go with Jericho Cotchery up next. We're gonna get a string of like upper middle. I'm gonna say Jericho Cotchery. This cayenne is hurting me. All right, Tony goes with Emerson Boozer. All right. Harlan Don Maynard. All right, we're going back a little bit. I like that. Sharon goes Wesley Walker. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to get your final votes in. All right. Oh, gosh. I don't want to have to look forward to the offseason already, but I feel so close. It hurts. It hurts, guys. And I'm not talking the cayenne either. Okay, spin number 3. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come to a stop on the chosen one. Robbie, all I could do pretty much is go along Anderson. That's right. The chosen one himself. Well, we had a lot of wide receiver. A lot of us took wide receivers, but we didn't take this particular wide receiver. I'll tell you what. For me, I can't put him in the top 5. I got to put him a little bit lower, but I can't put him all the way on the bottom. I think this is for me. This would be a 6 or a 7. Yeah, for me, Robbie Anderson. For me, I think I would go 6. Let's see what you all think. All right, looks like I got about the same vibe so far. Okay. Dane, Sharon going a little lower. They're going down to an 8. Harlan to a 7. Okay. A little tougher. Yeah, Anderson was one of those players. It was like when he was on, you loved having him on your team, but he just disappeared for stretches, you know? You always felt there was a little bit more. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to go with a 7 for Robbie. So we went Richie Anderson to Robbie Anderson. I don't think I have any more Andersons on this wheel, but we went from Richie to Robbie. Okay, spin number 4. Let's see. I'm going to go Jamal Adams. Go with the safety. I'm going to go with Jamal Adams. All right, chat. Let me see who you're going to take. Who do you think we're going to land on for spin number 4 of the evening? Yes or no? Okay. Scott Foster. Oh, Scott, there you are. Kenny O'Brien. Sharon McLean going with John Hall. Well, if only Nick was here to see that. Nick loves him some John Hall. All right. I think that's pretty good. Count down 10 seconds. Haven't landed on any of the new spots, though, but there's still plenty of time. All right, Scott, you're forgiven. Okay, let's spin for spot number 4 in 3, 2, 1. And it comes to a stop on Leon Washington. Oh, man, one of an all-time favorite Jet from that era. Dynamic returner. I think it was 5 or 6 return touchdowns in his career. Yeah, was coaching with us up until last season. Maybe that's why special teams went. Now, I know that's not the reason. But yeah, Leon Washington, man, such a good player for the Jets. Great pick. I think it was a 4th-round draft pick, and that one worked out beautifully. So we have spots, just to go, we have spots 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10 left. I don't think you could put so Leon, I don't think you can put him number 1, but you got Keyshawn Johnson at 3, you've got Richie Anderson at 5. So would you put Leon over Keyshawn? Would you put him under Keyshawn? So yeah, Harlan, you made him a 3. So Harlan, I'm gonna have to ask you to switch. Yep, there you go. Gotcha, brother. Good job. Well, hey, yeah, looks like it's almost straight 2s. Yeah, Sharon coming in with the 4. All right. She is not as big a lover of Leon as Dane, Tony, and Harlan are. All right. Yeah, I mean, you can really go either way with that. It's fair. I want to give this a few more seconds. I want to see if some other people have some votes as well. Yeah, I know there's still quite a few people who haven't put their vote down, so smack down that vote. Yeah, early voting is allowed. Day of voting is allowed. He was certainly a Jet for a longer period. Yeah, he was a Jet for a little while longer, so there is something to be said there. But all right, guys, it looks like the 2s have it. So Leon Washington is going to be number 2 on our list. So far through 4 spins, we have a 2, Leon Washington, number 3, Keyshawn Johnson, number 5, Richie Anderson, and number 7, Robbie Anderson. So remaining, we have spots 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. You know what that means? We need some crappy Jets, and we need them soon. All right, so I'm going to go on that level. I'm going to say we get maybe I took out too many bad Jets. I don't know. Let's go. I think Wayne Hunter is who we're going to land on. Yeah, Wayne Hunter. Why not? So I'm going to go Wayne Hunter. We know Dane's got Aaron Glenn. Tony's got Bruce Harper. Scott goes Tim Tebow. Harlan says that Keyshawn is too high. it all depends on how the wheel shakes out. Disappointing Jets, then it might work out. Mediocre, because Keyshawn was a good Jet when he was here, just wasn't here long. That's the problem. Sharon goes with Ron Farrow. I don't think I put Ron Farrow on the wheel, but I appreciate the history. Yeah, next week's trivia answer: Ron Farrow. Oh, let me move this up here. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better. Okay, let's go to spin number 5 in 3, 2, 1. And it's coming to a stop on... We landed on this stiff last week, and we had to put him in the 3 spot. Buster Screen. Oh, boy. Buster Screen. David, did you say that before? Wait a minute, David. I see in the chat that David said Screen. Did you say that before we landed on him? Be honest. You might have. Harlan wants to go straight for the 10. Yeah, David, I'm going to give you a chance. I want to give you a chance to answer. Did you say Screen before in the chat? Did you put that in before we landed on him, or did you say that after we landed on him? Because if it's Buster Screen, for me, you got to put him below Robbie Anderson, right? I mean, this is going to be 8, 9, or 10. It's going to be like 8 or 9 seems about right. Okay, there it is. The chat froze for a second. 10, 9. You honestly did? Okay. All right, David, you got it right. So this is David's call. David, where on the list are we putting Buster Screen? This is your call. Actually, just real quick, for you. Just for you, I'm going to. Here you go. Just because you got it. Just because you got that. There you go. All right. Give you a little correct answer bell there. There you go. All right. David is going to go with a 9. I think that makes sense. Okay. Good job. So Buster Screen gets spot number 9. So we're halfway home, folks. So at number 9, Buster Screen. Number 7, Robbie Anderson. Number 5, Richie Anderson. Number 3, Keyshawn Johnson. Number 2, Leon Washington. So that means the remaining spots to fill are 10, 8, 6, 4, and 1. I think that's probably good. That way we, with whatever spin we have, we can have a great jet, an average jet, or a suck-ass jet, and we have a spot for them pretty much all over the wheel. This is good. That's right, a suck-ass jet. That's what we got. All right, I'm going to say for spin number 6, we land on Chris Ivory. Because you know why I call him Ivory? Because he's so smooth when he runs. All right. So I'm going to say Chris Ivory. Chat, throw down your guesses there. We've had one wheel in all the time we've been doing this when there were 2 correct guesses. We're going with the Wilson cousins, Kyle and Zach from Scott and Tony. Stellar. All right. Sharon goes with Sean Green. Going a little more. Yeah, let's move this over a little bit. There we go. Actually, you know what? I want to put this. Yeah, I think I could put the phone up here. There we go. All right. Now I got some easier access. Okay. All right. So now this is going to be spin number 6. In 3, 2, Harlan, I got you. John Riggins. 1, spin. And this is coming to a stop on Calvin Pryor. Oh, my God. The Louisville slugger who usually slugged nothing but air. Calvin Pryor. Scott, you weren't far off. You got a first-round draft pick bust out of the secondary. About the right era, too. Calvin Pryor. Okay, is he 8 or 10? Yeah. The only thing he did well was get good dreadlocks. That's about all he did well. I made some dinner after this. Whew. All right, Tony wants to go 10. Harlan's going 10. All right. All right, chat, let's see. 10 again. Okay. All right, Dane, I see what you're doing there. Nice. All right. Sharon being a little bit nicer this time. Sharon going with the 8. Sharon, I hate to say this, my friend, but I think you're outvoted on this one. Yeah, I think Calvin's going to be the 10. I could see this being a situation where we would rather have him at 8, but we'll see how the wheel goes. We got 4 spots left to fill. Spots 1, 4, 6, and 8. All right, I am going to say I got to will something good into existence here. I'm going to try to – I got to will this one. I'm going to say DeBrickashaw Ferguson. We haven't laid it on him in a long time. I'm sorry. Yep, I got you. Where's the wheel? Sorry about that. You know what? I think it stopped sharing. Let's see here. I got it for you. I got it for you. All right. Let's see. Okay, there it comes. All right. Okay, we're good. All right, Corbett, Wesley Walker, Joe Namath. It's so strange. I can... All right, I'm going to try this again. Present. Share screen. I got you guys. I got you. Allow. You are sharing with another window. Yeah, my phone, it's like a few seconds. The show's like 5-10 seconds behind real time. So 2, 3, 4 should be blowing up in a second for us. Should be full screen any second now. Okay, there we go. All right. Thanks, guys. All right. This has been a night of a lot of tech glitches, but you know what? We go on. We go on. Okay, so now we're up to spin number 7 in 3, 2, 1. And we come to a stop on Winston Hill. That's right, more Pro Bowls than any Jet in history and one of the best left tackles of the era and a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Oh, Dan, you got it now? All right, you got it. Guys, I'm sorry. Winston Hill cannot be anything but a 1. He cannot have anything but the top spot. To me, you can make an argument he is about the best Jet there was. Top. Klecko, Gastineau, Namath, Martin. Winston Hill is right there with any of them. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We filled in spot number 1 a little bit early. So now we're pretty much, we got the middle left, guys. So with 3 spins left, Matthew Smith being a troll. What's up, Matthew? Good to have you tonight, brother. All right, so here's where the wheel is. We filled in 7 spots. Here's where we are. From 1 to 10, spot 1, Winston Hill. Spot 2, Leon Washington. Spot 3, Keyshawn Johnson. Spot 4, blank. Spot 5, Richie Anderson. Spot 6, blank. Spot 7, Robbie Anderson. Spot 8, blank. There's like a rhythm to this. Spot 9, Buster Screen. Spot 10 may as well be blank. It's Calvin Pryor. I think we're doing really well on this wheel so far. Yeah, we just got to get some decent Jets. We just don't want the upper or lower echelon here. It's like, give me some kickers now, right? Matthew Smith, if I didn't see him play, he's a 10. Okay, good. So, yeah, if we were doing baseball, Babe Ruth would be at the bottom of your list. I understand. All right, all good. Okay, David D. Yeah, let's throw those picks in, everybody. David D goes with Wayne Corbett. I'm going to say Adrian Morrell. I'm feeling, yeah. Actually, no, hey, I said DeBrickashaw Ferguson. We got Winston Hill, so I got the left tackle thing going on, so that's not too bad. I can still taste the frickin' cayenne in here, guys. What was Aaron Rodgers talking about? Oh, just for those who weren't around earlier, cayenne and water. Just like Aaron Rodgers was talking about. Oh, man. Whew. There we go. All right. Scott goes with Johnny Lamb Jones. All right. Oh, yeah. The Knicks start in a minute, and the World Series starts at 8 o'clock. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, guys, spin number 8 in 3, 2, 1. And it comes to a stop on Brad Smith, the Swiss Army knife. That was him. He could return kicks. He could throw the ball. He could catch the ball. And sadly, during that free agency craziness after the lockout, Bills took him away because we were going too hard after, was it Nnamdi Asomugha to team up with Revis. Smith wanted a little bit more attention, and it was never the same. So here's the deal, guys. Spots 4, 6, and 8 are what are available. So at 3, you've got Keyshawn Johnson, 5, Richie Anderson, 7, Robbie Anderson, 9, Buster Skrine. So where would you rank Brad Smith? Would you rate him above Richie Anderson or below Richie Anderson? Would you rank him above Robbie Anderson, below Robbie Anderson? I'm seeing most of the chat going with a 6. Yeah, I definitely would not put him below Robbie. But right now, people are saying Richie Anderson was a better Jet than Brad Smith. Okay. Wow, it's pretty much, this one's like unanimous here. Yeah, Yeti, yeah, Will's going pretty well tonight. All right, Brad Smith, number 6. That leaves us with spot 4 and spot 8. This is going to be interesting, guys. I don't know. I could see this one being a win. I could see this one being a fail. I don't know. All right. We're going to call the picks off with 2 spots left to go. There's only 2 spins left here. So it kind of takes the drama out when you only have 2 options, right? All right. I'm going to say I'm just going to say just for fun. Just for fun, I'm going to guess. Braylon Edwards. Just for fun. Yeah. But yeah, no matter who we land on, guys, this is your vote. And again, we have not landed on any of our new spots, and I've added 7 new spaces onto this wheel. It's not happened. We have not landed there yet. All right, spin number 9 in 3, 2, 1, spin. Oh, man, Jericho Cotchery. Oh, yes. One of my all-time favorite Jets and a player that they never should have let go. He asked to be released, but I wish the Jets just had not granted it because then they replaced him with Derek Mason, and the team, as we know, was never the same again. To me, it's I agree with Dane. This is an easy 4. If you want to put him below Keyshawn, fine. I could deal with it. I can accept it, but you could actually put him over Keyshawn. I'd have no problems with that at all. But definitely above Richie Anderson, above Brad Smith. Yep, chat. Guys, this isn't fun. We're not fighting with each other in the chat. What's up with that? All right, Jericho Cotchery, number 4. So that leaves us all the way down to spin number 8. So we got to find a Jet who's going to fit right in between Robbie Anderson and Buster Skrine. I think we could do it. However, remember, we land on one of those crazy spaces, it's going to mess with us a little bit. So who knows what's about to happen. So guys, we've been on the air now for an hour and a half. I've had a great time with you tonight. Hope it's been a fun show despite all the heartache we are going through. But we have had a fantastic wheel, and at the end of the day, nothing matters more than getting the wheel right. And now we've got a chance right now to do that. So for the final time tonight, we think we are going to spin that wheel to fill in spot number 8. And we're going to do that spin in 3, 2, 1, spin. And where are we going to finish it off tonight? I'm not looking up. We finish with Blair Thomas, an all-time Jets bust. Well, I'll tell you what. Would I rank him lower than Robbie Anderson? I absolutely would. That said, I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. Yeah, he will be. He gets automatically spot number 8. Now, Blair Thomas's stat with the Jets, he was with the Jets for 4 years, scored 5 touchdowns, had 8 fumbles, 4.2 yards per rush, averaged only about 34 yards per game. You know, I got to tell you guys, could you say Blair Thomas was a better player for the Jets than Buster Skrine? I don't think that's exactly the worst thing in the world. So if we go down this list, I'll go through the whole list for us. From 1 to 10, Winston Hill, Leon Washington, Keyshawn Johnson, Jericho Cotchery, Richie Anderson, Brad Smith, Robbie Anderson, Blair Thomas, Buster Skrine, Calvin Pryor. Guys, I got to tell you, I think we won. Guys, we haven't won the 100 wheel in a while, but guys, I think we did it this time. I think we really did. That's got to spell a good omen for Halloween night at MetLife Stadium for the Jets-Texans game. So, guys, let's end it right there on a high note. Oh, I see the party hat emojis. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, next time we do the 100 wheel, maybe we'll get to do one or two of the little stipulations, and we'll see how those affect things going forward. So a couple of quick comments as well. Just want to sum it up. That's right. We win. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's the first thing we've won since like freaking Labor Day. The pain. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. So just for future reference, what's coming up on the channel tomorrow night, I will be doing the confidence picks for the week 9 in the NFL. Yep, I'll be posting that. This is going to be it as far as Jets Texans go. Maybe we'll do a little recap. I'll be doing some Mets offseason stuff as well. So if you're a Mets fan, definitely check that out. I'll be talking a little bit about the Mets free agents, who's available, and hey, whatever else comes up. Maybe there'll be some World Series stuff, some Knicks, some Rangers. You never know. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you right back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair. Good night, everybody.